Hey guys, this is the Chief here, live in the sanctuary, Baltimore, Maryland. Chris Archer here reporting. How long have I been telling you this? These people on YouTube, these agents, all they do is steal your information. When you hit something that's right on the truth, all they do is steal it, and they try to basically claim it for themselves. There's so many of them here. 4 years we've been telling you that water spouts suck water up out of the oceans, displacing the water from the oceans, okay, putting it in the machines and transporting it to areas where they want to dump it at. Like I said before, not only a couple days ago when I hit on this, when the floods were happening, I told you these are machines gathering water and displacing the water. I told you this. This has been going on since 2018. We've been telling you this from 2018. The aerials are created through the matter. The matter is different properties. It can be physical or anything else. It could be gas, could be liquid, could be air, could be whatever. It could be invisible, by the way. We've told you this for 4 years. The aerials are there. The structures blowing through the pipes are creating them. And all they have to do is, instead of replicating, they can dereplicate as soon as, just like a gas can dereplicate. These can dereplicate back to where they came from, the material. So my friends, all these people on YouTube are fake who get supported here, okay? Every one of them. This guy right here is going to actually take credit for my discovery in 2018. The Chief discovered this. I told everybody in 2018 that these machines that I've been tracking and nobody wanted to talk about back then, when I got kicked off of YouTube 1,000 times, and never support it again. People like this right here mock the truth. They take credit for your information and then they mock it. I'm not having it. I'm done with it. I'm sick of YouTube, and I'm sick of all the agents on here, the bots. And honestly, if you want to talk about real subs and real truthers, you're outnumbered by bullshit channels and channels that are just padded on here in numbers that are just padded and they're not even real channels. When I look at one of these supported people, they have 110,000, 250,000 subs, and I promise you 75,000 of them aren't even real. I promise you that. These are fake agents. So he wants to take credit. You know, it's one thing to lie and to hide the information. Don't be taking credit for the Chief's work. Don't do it. Don't you do it. All right? Because the Chief's going to smack you back down. Don't be taking credit for somebody's work, especially in the real truth community. You know, don't be mocking.
Over the past few days, there have been several large water spouts spotted along the Gulf Coast. These things have been big, strong, and frequent. It is my theory that these water spouts are conspiring together to suck up all of the water out of the Gulf of Mexico and dump it into Texas. Well, maybe not exactly that, but
just making a joke out of the truth. All right? This guy wants to take credit for that whole thing. First of all, we brought you this truth. This is real truth. This isn't some bullshit. You can tell by the way they're mocking it and making a joke out of it that this is some real truth. And they can't take real truth here on YouTube because they are nothing but fake, fabricated people who are orchestrated and paid and have no soul and don't care about the other people who are getting destroyed here on YouTube and put their ass on the line every day for not one damn penny from this place. I don't care about it. People like this, and there's thousands of people like this. And every time, just look at your sub count. I don't care if you have 300 subs or 300,000. 75% of them aren't even real people. Go back and look at your own sub counts, and that's why YouTube won't let you see who is subbed to you. Only who you are subbed to. It's a scam here. Scam, being paid and bought, and these people are participating and they're lying, and this place is nothing more than bullshit. You'll never get the truth out here. This place is blocked like a goalie from hell. Alright, again, let them mock it. Let them mock the truth. When we watch the truth and explain it, and at the end of it, when it's all said and done, they say,
okay, listen up. Over the past few days, there have been several large water spouts spotted along the Gulf Coast. These things have been big, strong, and frequent. It is my theory that these water spouts are conspiring together to suck up all of the water out of the Gulf of Mexico and dump it into Texas. Well, maybe not exactly that, but to an extent, something like this is happening because the Gulf of Mexico is
all right. Something like this is happening, but he was never going to tell you the truth. The truth is, these are machines created by these nanoparticulates that are coming out of these horns, that these faces are blowing off this rock formation that's cloaked. It's around the whole sun. You can see it. This man right here is mocking you. He's redirecting the truth. He wants you to believe that that whole thing was concocted and joke. It was a joke. That whole thing is the absolute truth. They are sucking water out of the oceans, the bays, and everywhere else, and distributing them right over top of these cities all at one time. Sat there and showed videos of it previously of water being dumped out that looked like a quarter of an ocean at once. It's not a joke, guys. These are machines that are created through matter. They stole and replicated that process. That's what they do. They're horse shit. This is real. Weather isn't what they told you. It's mechanical. Okay? It's part mechanical and part spiritual because it changes properties. It's transformer-like. He's a liar and he's mocking the truth. And people like him, you know, one day, people like him...
Okay, listen up. Over the past few days, there have been several large waterspouts spotted along the Gulf Coast. These things have been big, strong, and frequent. It is my theory that these waterspouts are conspiring together to suck up all of the water out of the Gulf of Mexico and dump it into Texas. Well, maybe not exactly that, but to an extent, something like this is happening because the Gulf of Mexico is providing enough moisture that we're going to go from drought to deluge in portions of the South over the next week. The system that's responsible for this is growing at a rate that literally everyone will likely feel the impacts from it at some point. From the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, as we have yet another surge of monsoonal moisture we have to talk about. And we're starting to watch the tropics very closely as several areas of interest are quickly popping up with no signs of slowing down in the near future. But first, flash flooding, severe weather, and downright gully washers are on the way to many of y'all in the U.S., so let's check that out right now.
By the way, this guy's warning you, and he's giving it in code, so if I were you, I'd take his warning. Alright? Just listen to what I say. These people are liars. They exploit the truth. They try to redirect the truth. They try to take credit for stuff. He wants to actually take credit for that as a joke, like that was brought in as a joke. That wasn't brought in as a joke. That's the truth. It was brought in a long time ago, and it's being talked about again, and people are talking about it now. I'm not the only one talking about that now. So machines are being talked about all the time. People don't understand them, and nobody has the real ingredient, but it's happening, okay? It's happening right in front of us, and we've been watching this for a long time. So people like him are going to be exposed in the end. All right, God bless you all. This is the Chief, and I'm the one that told you in 2018 that these water spouts suck water up and drop them on the different areas, and that's what the machine is doing. Okay? Thank you guys, and have a good day, and God bless.
Real nice weather map that's going to allow us to see into the future.